What's up, guys? Welcome back to another action-packed episode here on AC Designs Garage. Today we're going to be doing something a lot of you guys have requested. We're going to see what happens when you put a matte 2K clear over a gloss black. So today we're going to be using the good old Rust-oleum gloss protective enamel in the old 5-way selection, and some of our favorite brand, our Spray Max 2K clear, but this is in the old matte flavor. So we're going to see what happens. A lot of you guys ask, and ye shall receive. So let's get at it. Let's walk out here and take a little gander on what our test subject is going to be today. I hate to do this because this turned out so good, but you just can't keep them all. But here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be painting over this gorgeous Gene Winfield style fade job here on it. Went from the dark silver metallic up to the lighter silver metallic. I think it turned out super rad for a rattle can job. The two different colors, it was 2K clear. We never cut and buffed it because it just don't show up as good on here, but you can see, looks pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna red Scotch-Brite this. I'm not gonna 600 wet it or nothing because it's pretty slick. I don't need to take anything out, and the red Scotch-Brite doing the black should be okay. So let's get that scuff down to where it's got a good tooth to it. We're gonna put just enough on it, guys. We're not trying to build up any millage. We're gonna put just enough of that spray paint on it to color it. Once it gets the color, there's no thin spots, then we're going to shoot the old matte clear on it and see how she looks. I think it's going to be a fun little experiment. A lot of you guys have asked for it, so I like to do what you guys want to watch. So let's get it. All right, we're just going to use the old Sprayway cleaner here because I know there's no grease on it. If you had any idea or thinking that there may be some grease or anything on it, you need to use a wax and grease remover. But I'm just going to hose her down. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it is nice today. Today's the only sunny day, or we rain the rest of the week, so I had to do it on Monday. But it's a good 80 some degrees, but low humidity today. It is nice out here, really nice. See, that's mainly all overspray from this sitting outside. So we want to get all that off. We don't want to grind her down into the paint. She's good and clean. This works kind of like a old post cleaner does. We used to be alcohol and stuff. It was like a last resort cleaner thing. Get my other rag. That's good and wiped off. No residues on it. Right. I think that's going to be pretty good. Put these up. We'll be right back with Scotch-Brite. All right, basically what we're going to do is we're just going to, like I said, we're going to double fold it over. You can wrap this with a block, but if you double fold it, you're not going to get too many finger marks in it. But we're going to keep it like this folded up, and we're just going to scuff it. Not trying to hog down, not trying to remove nothing. We're just trying to give it a tooth to bite into. You can kind of see the fade better now that I've knocked the sheen off of it. I was going to use the turbo, but the turbo just peels up so bad. This panel's fairly flat, so we're going to go with the old 5-way because it busted up and atomizes a lot better than the turbo. One thing I like about Scotch-Brite is you can take an air hose and blow it out, or you can refold it over, then you got two brand new ones. So I'm going to fold this one down to the new side. Usually go over these twice. Also, if you guys are interested in picking up some of these, you want to help the channel out and pick up one of these Death Before Electric t-shirts, I'd appreciate it. I probably need to feather that back. I don't know if I'm going to. Probably have to get some 320 to feather that little chip back right there. Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, I'm gonna feather this little chip back. I got some Just using a block. This is 280. I really need 320, but this 280 is what I'm using. The spray paint so it ain't gonna show as bad. Showing here where you can see it. We're just gonna try to feather this back just a little so it don't show up near as bad. And that's about it. You just basically you just wanting to just blend that chippy feeling away. You don't want to be able to feel it. That old black will cover it good anyway. We're gonna go back over it with the old Scotchy Bright. There it is. You don't want to be able to grab it with your thumbnail or nothing. That looks pretty good. I could use a little more, but I'm gonna whoa there. I don't want to get too carried away with it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over at Scotch Bright and we're gonna wipe her off, and she's pretty near much ready to throw some gloss black on it. All right, we're just gonna try to get rid of these 280 scratches basically. So we're just gonna run on it like that. They shouldn't show up, especially doing that much clear. Now I will say, guys, one thing is you can't cut and buff this. So you got to be careful putting it on nice and all that stuff. Try not to run it or anything, because we're not going to cut and rub it. I don't know if that stuff will polish if you try to cut and buff it or what. I've never done it. If y'all want to see a video out of that, drop it in the comments below. So, get down here in this little roll here. Make sure we got all the little bumpy bumps off of it. We're going to try to keep that Rust-oleum as thin as we can and cover. That way it'll dry the best. It's some places where it got trash in it, I guess. I probably should have 600 wet it. It'd have got a little better, but I'm kind of fighting time with the storms that's rolling in and stuff, so we want to get y'all a video out. All right, there she goes. We're gonna get her a little wipe down here. I'm gonna blow it off, then we're gonna use the spray away glass cleaner a couple times to get her good and clean, and start shooting. All right, start at the top. Get her nice and clean. Try not to get too much out where this stuff dries on the panel. Drop down the comments, guys, if y'all would like to see any with like the spray guns and stuff on here. The kind of like a beginner base clear type paint jobs and stuff. I'd love to do some of those if y'all want to see them. I just want to know what you guys like to see or what y'all want to learn. Like I said, we got plenty of clear, and I got a bunch of old base coat and stuff like that. What about waterborne? Y'all like to see any videos on the water-based base coat? All right, new rag. Real light mist. Now I'm probably gonna blow it off one more time in case I got any lint on it. All right, should be clean. We'll blow her off one more time. Time for a little bit of shaky shake action on here. If y'all don't know what this is my Shake Master 4000. 3,000 shakes per minute. Gets them all shook up. These are all handmade here in North Carolina by me, painted by me, assembled by me, and shipped by me. So, if you want to scoop up one of these handmade heirloom tools here that should last for your great-great-grandkids because they are custom built, head on over to www.ACDesignsGarage.com and scoop you one up. Hats, custom pinstripe, sunglasses, t-shirts, all available, and we appreciate it. All right, we're gonna get respiratored up. I'm gonna link all this stuff that we're using in the description box below. If you look below the video, there's the title, and then it shows a little thing that says more. You can click on that, it drops down. It'll give you the link to all the stuff that I'm using in here. Some of this stuff's from my Amazon affiliate link It gives me a wee small percentage off qualified purchases at no additional cost to you guys. It just helps me out and helps you out. But we'll put everything we're using down there, the paint, the respirators, everything I'm using. But need to wear one of these organic vapor or whatever they're called, respirators, because even though this is just enamel paint, oil-based enamel, you don't want to breathe it in. Especially this catalyzed stuff, it's a big no-no. But we're gonna go with our 5-way cans here. And I like to put mine on the numero 4. That's my favorite spray there. Check tip, as long as it ain't dirty. If it's dirty, take some brake clean or something like that and clean it off. But we're gonna go ahead and get us a base coat. We're gonna put like probably a light to medium coat on it. And get it covered. We'll come back in here and we'll shook up the old 2K mat. See what she does. Never done it before. Time to make my pretty fade job disappear. Like I said, guys, this is gloss black. This is not flat. So we're gonna put our respirator up and shoot it and come back. Respirator on. Shoot it off to the side. Sure everything's spraying right. Start at the top. And that's about the coverage you want. Have to clean this tip real quick, but if you see we're 75% overlapping. Probably ain't gonna take a whole lot more coat. That's the key to getting a good chasing the wet line there. We just keep a 75 to 80% overlap. Figured I'd go ahead and finish before we go in here and clean this tip real quick. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We'll get this edge. All right, let's go in here and clean this tip real quick. I got some old lacquer thinner over here. And clean her up real good like that. Yeah, don't look bad there. I'll probably blow it off with the air hose. Oh yeah, she'll be ready to go. All right, we're gonna let that tack. I'm gonna go on there on like the back side and take my finger and stick it. As long as your finger sticks to it and no black paint comes off. It feels kind of like the consistency of a backside piece of tape. We're gonna touch it and see. Like I said, you want it a little sticky, but you don't want it coming off on your finger. And that's what we're gonna do. We'll do our second coat and that's gonna be it. We're not trying to build up anything here. We just want a good color coat basically. All right, we're gonna go ahead while we're waiting on that to kick off. Cause like I said, we're racing time on the weather front coming in, the rain. This is how you do this stuff. It's got this little red thing that comes in the top. You got this little peg off the bottom that's got a hole in it. You just take it and set it on that thing. And then you just take and push down. And now I can actually take you over here and show you what one looks like on the inside. But once you puncture that right there, make sure it's punctured good. Yeah, it'll be nice and springy like that. Then we're gonna put it in the shaker real quick. Then I'll show you what the inside of one of these cans looks like, because I've done a video on cutting it open. And just like the old gloss black can, I'm gonna back off our stainless steel clamp here. It's got a handy little thumb screw here. You just tighten her down. You wanna hog on it a little bit, but not too much. Just get a good snug on it. You don't want it shooting across the shop. Now you're gonna wanna shake this up pretty good. All right, I'm gonna keep shaking it a little more. Just we need at least 12,000 shakes a minute here, so I'm gonna go 2 minutes, but y'all ain't gotta watch that. She's good and shook up. We're gonna let her sit here and rest and Probably about time to go put one more coat of the old gloss black on. Like I said, this is our scientifical experiments here. I don't know what it's going to do, but we're going to find out. We're going to be heroes or zeros. Alrighty, we'll go out here and check our little door here. We're going to touch on the back side where it really don't matter if we fingerprint it. You don't ever want to do it on the front side. See how that don't come off as fingerprinting on here? It's not coming off. She is ripe for the goat. Respirator up. We're doing a good 80% overlap again. About 5 inches away from the panel. That looks pretty colored. Check that out. Looks pretty good, don't it? To be spray bombed straight out the can. It's always do good. Now, if you'll notice, when I was spraying the door and I went past the door and I let off, go about 5-10 inches past the door and let off and hit it again, because if you have any buildup on the tip here, when you hit it again, it'll shoot it out there and it'll clear it off basically before you get to your panel. Because sometimes if you just go short with it, come off and come back and hit it, it'll spray a blob if it builds up on the end of it. So just a little trick. That's why I was going out further, starting again, then coming across the panel. It'll just keep you from getting blobs on there. All right, we're probably gonna wait 10 to 15 minutes. Let's check on the old temperature and relative humidity. So right now, she's about 83 degrees, and it is 57% humidity. Very low. Well, for the south in the summertime, it's very low. So it should dry pretty decent fast today, considering the humidity and stuff's down. But we're going to basically do it like it did on the other. We're going to walk out there till it basically fingerprints, it sticks, and it don't get any paint on your finger. But probably 10 to 15 minutes is a good wait time. We're going to spray these about the same. Probably a medium wet coat, because now remember, you don't want to dry spray it, but you don't want to run it either. There's a fine line, but this stuff here, now, I've never shot the mat before. This is the first time. I do everything on film, so if it messes up, you see it. But I'm going to try, we're going to do the 75% overlap for sure, because we don't want to tiger stripe it. But we're going to try to just, you know, about a medium to medium wet coat. We want it just wet as it's going on, 75% overlap. We're not trying to hog it on or nothing. Like I was saying, this Spray Max on the gloss usually hangs on there pretty good. So it's a good beginner stuff, I think. Really good. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the can. This is the gloss. And here's the little thingy you take off the top. Check it out. That's what it is on the inside. So when you put that cap on the bottom and you push it up, watch what it does. Well, anyway, it's got a plunger. It comes up and it pops this open right here. Your catalyst is in this little thing here. And when you push that thing up, it pops this open. It puts the catalyst inside the clear. Then you shake it up. That's how these things work. But yeah, I'll link the video below if you want to see me cut this thing open and how all it does and that stuff. But pretty cool though, ain't it? Science. All right, let's go out here. It's been probably about 13 minutes or so. Let's go out here and check this door and see if she's ready for the 2K. So another cool place you can check is like right in this area. See, it's still coming off on my finger just a little bit. Still a little wet. Let's wait just a little bit longer. I'm gonna go clean my finger off. That way I can use this official scientific test here, but you can kind of see it's got stripes on it. Too early. Changed out into my painting glasses because that clear will stick to them. You can't get that off. So these are glass lens safety glasses, all ones I had. I need to get my contacts and wear them and just wear safety glasses. It'd be easier. But yep, if you got glass lenses, you can wipe them off with lacquer thinner, and they do good. But anyhow, let's check this out real quick. Nothing comes off on your finger. She's ready. Definitely 1000% sure. Make sure you put your respirator on. We're gonna put our respirator up, and I'll do first coat, probably do 2 coats, and that should be good. Something get on my daggone. Nah, that's just a ring on there. There we go. 75% overlap. Just watch how we spray and it'll do good.
We're about 5 inches away, just like we was with the other. Don't go too fast because you can see us blowing it backwards. I can already see us turn the mat. Check it out. Voila! That's magic. There we go. Alright, we're gonna wait for
That to tack the same way. Man, that's pretty cool. That stuff instantly turned matte colored. Alright, let's go check this unit out, see how she looks. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm seeing it now. That's one tough looking paint job. Man, it's cicadas. Y'all know what eats cicadas? Copperheads. You know what I don't like? Snakes. Anyhow, let's check out this rad satin. I mean, this is, man, that's a good looking matte paint job. I call it satin, hot rod black. I don't call it matte. Matte sounds too DIY stuff. I don't know. We call it hot rod black around here. Man, it's got a good sheen to it. We're gonna waste a lot. That's the only bad thing about doing these cans, guys, is you're gonna waste, unless you got a big project, because I'm gonna throw about half this can away because I don't really have anything else to do. So it's just gonna go to pot. You're good for about 48 hours, I think. Still good. If I find something, I'll use it. But hey, it's all for you guys. All right, we're gonna go over here and check it the same way. Perfect. Mask up. Start spraying.
about 4 or 5 inches. Keep it a little damp, 75% overlap so you ain't getting those zebra stripes. If you go a little more than 75 overlap, there ain't no problem with that. Alright, coat number 2 in the books. Man, we're only about a half a can.
Sorry, we're only about a half a can in that we used here. So we'll let that tack. I don't know if we're gonna do 3 or not. Probably just 2. We'll check it out. I really like the sheen of this. That's pretty hot rod black right there, I think. Get a little glance at it. We'll take it over next to the bed so we can do a little side-by-side comparison. But look at that, how sinister that looks. Just highlights all the edges, almost like a pearl. Lays down nice. It don't have any tiger stripies. I was trying to get an angle where y'all could see it better, but clouds and stuff. But look down through there. That looks pretty daggone good. I like it. And one thing about this is it adds UV protection here, so it can sit out in the sun. It's not going to chalk up. It's going to have this clean look. Another advantage to it I see is if you find a Rust-oleum color that you want and they don't make it in flat, just like white. I hadn't been able to find the white in a flat. So who needs it? Get your gloss color, get you some matte Spray Max 2K clear. Voila, you got the color you want. All right, I rolled it over here next to our bed, our 9-month bed. It's gonna be the year before too long, I hope. It's been sitting outside in the weather with the 2K Spray Max and the Rust-oleum. I want to put it next to a super shiny and just give you a contrast difference, see what it looks like. Here it is. Go across and look at that perfect matte finish. Hot rod black. That's what we call it. Satin, hot rod black, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I don't like to call it matte. That is a perfect hot rod black. It's not real bad blotchy. It's got just a tick of blotch, but it's still got to finish drying up. But man, look at that. Goes from crystal clear just to a nice sinister black. Have flames on it. Really look good. There we go. That's the difference in it, guys. I think it turned out good. I just done 2 coats. I think 2 coats is pretty good. Still got half a can left. Back this way so it don't get scratched. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said, it helps me out a whole lot. You guys don't realize how much it helps me out if y'all drop down below what y'all want to see, because like I said, to do 52 or more videos a year around the same content is kind of tough. That's why I switch it up some. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Yep. That's her. Any other colors y'all want to see shot flat or anything, let me know. Reds are kind of weird to do flat. I love this color. This is cherry red Rust-oleum with 2K clear cut and busted. I just love that color. I'll show you the difference though. This is real torch red, base coat clear, and this is cherry. Ain't that crazy how close it is to it? Yeah, guys, I want to thank you for supporting and buying the Shakemaster 4000s. Y'all been buying them about faster than I can make them, and keep at it. I really appreciate it. It really helps my family out. I appreciate the hat sales, the shirt sales, and stuff like that. We're fixing to come out with a new shirt. I might do a poll on the community tab if y'all want to see it. We thought about putting the Volkswagen on there or patches. What y'all want to see on there? Even thought about doing a Shakemaster 4000 t-shirt. And y'all want that? Yeah, here's what we got right now. So if y'all order any this week, I got about 7 left. Blah, 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 blah. Sitting here drying. They're cherry red, just like that bedside. That's what color I paint them. Yeah, also make sure if y'all didn't check it out last week, I know it was a little off kilter stuff, but we custom painted the awesome electric scooter here. I did an American flag on there. Did it a monochromatic, showed how to do that. And also you get to see me riding down the road at 41 mile an hour on that thing. 41 mile an hour on an electric 4-wheel drive. It's 2-wheel drive. We call it 4-wheel drive scooter. It's a little unnerving. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out. Also, guys, we don't want to forget the families down in Texas and Western North Carolina from the floods and stuff like that. Keep remembering them in your prayers. There'll still be links below to all of them. We don't want to forget about these people. Be links below in the description. If you want to donate to reputable places, you ain't got to worry about. These are reputable places. A buddy of mine down there lives down there. Set me up with this group, and we're fixing to send some money down and some stuff down their way. I wanted to wait just a little bit because, you know, you get the first flood of stuff coming in and then people kind of forget about it because it's not in the news. Well, I like to come back on the back end side of it and try to help out best we can. So remember, be kind to one another. Jesus loves you, so do we. God bless. We gone.